Hey Lester,
How's it going?
superb.
Long time no see, but of course I do catch your shows online. Absolutely fantastic, man. How are you?
I'm always happy to see you. We miss you at the radio station. Your energy, your dancing,
Uh,
your moves.
I have to say, I miss doing the Macarena when you used to play at Disco Indigo. I have to say that. That's one of my biggest memories when it comes to you, Ivan. But thanks for taking the time out and joining me on the show this evening.
Absolute pleasure. If you ask, I can't refuse.
Yeah, I mean, not only do we have a work connect, we also have a school connect. You're a Cottonian. I mean, that should take you down memory lane. Yeah. Awesome.
On straight on, Cottonians for life.
How has the pandemic been for you, Ivan, personally?
What can we say? That's not already been said. What can you say that's not been said?
True. Of course, there are people trying different ways to make the new normal, and I see you have done that very well with shows online. So, is that the new trend?
We constantly live feeding off people's energy, and when you can't connect with them in person, then I guess the only option left is to do it virtually. So there was no other choice, and it forced us into a completely new area, broadcasting and learning a completely new way of presenting our music and connecting with people. So that's how it happened.
Do you remember the last live gig that you played? When was it and where was it?
It was actually a private party for a friend at JW Marriott.
Okay.
So that was the last one that I did, and it was on the 11th of March. So
been a while.
We never imagined that on that day that, and it came on a Monday, so it came after a really long weekend of playing like 4 gigs or something, and we never imagined, if only we knew at that point in time that was going to be the last one.
It's been tough. This period has been tough on every level, every spectrum of professionalism, every work industry. But in your own words, for freelance and independent artists, I think it's a lot more and a lot harder. In your own words, can you explain that to us?
Yeah, I mean, like I said in a chat a few days ago, one thing that we've realized and quickly realized is that in this whole pandemic situation, we are probably the least essential people in this whole chain. I mean, if you talk about the health workers and all being on top, we are right at the bottom. So it's tough to accept that we are the least important people in this chain. But that's the reality of the matter.
Have there been any talks, maybe like, I don't know if you guys have an association of DJs together, but any talks of how something can happen in your field of work, and maybe it's not a party, but then DJs are required for music at restaurants when people are, I don't know, I'm just trying to...
Oh, no, nothing's going to happen. It's too premature, nothing's going to happen. The situation is not getting any better, so I think we also have a little bit of a social responsibility to ensure nothing like this happens, because it's quite scary and serious.
When it comes to your safety as such, I know a lot of people at offices have put certain guidelines in place. Having hand sanitizers at malls or in the offices, wearing masks compulsory. But at home, a lot of people are also putting safety precautions. I know for a fact that I bought this table called the COVID table, where everyday items that I use, my wallet, keys, say my laptop, and when I get back, I just put it to this table, and within 8 minutes it's sanitized. So anyone else in the house is not going to get affected by that. So are you taking any safety precautions at home so that others watching this can learn from it?
I'm not directly doing it, but my mom is there, my cousin is there, so they take out the bags and bring the stuff in and all that. But I'm not directly involved, so I'm not sure about all the stuff that's going on. But yeah, everybody's taking some basic precautions.
Online performances, I love bedtime stories. I want to ask, where do you get the energy to go almost 8 hours straight? Let me ask you, where do you go 8 hours straight?
When I finished 8 hours last week, I had a really rough week as well, because Friday I had a very emotional chat on Facebook and on Instagram with Akhtar and stuff, and after that the flood of calls that came in and all the stuff that was happening. So I was quite, I had a rough day, and I wasn't even sure when I would do it, but I don't even know how I did 8 hours. And when it finished and it was 6 o'clock in the morning, I was still jumping, I was still dancing. But the energy comes from the people. I have been really lucky and privileged to have this wonderful group that is following me and staying with me. And it's not the easiest thing to sit and stare at your phone for 7-8 hours. I mean, Instagram, we knew as a medium where people will stay on the phone for 7 minutes and then flip. Maximum 7 minutes. And even me, if I sit on my phone, I'd be tempted to flip here, there. But these people, they're so beautiful. They just sit and they watch endlessly. And we can try to keep it as organic as possible. But generally, all my energy just comes from them. It's not a cliche or anything. It's genuinely, I mean that when I say, because their constant interaction, the hearts, the comments, the way they are into the music, the way they talk about the music, the way they appreciate the different songs that come. And I also found I didn't want to overcomplicate it. So I didn't zap them with the blinding visuals and stuff like that. And even the music, I try not to, a lot of the guys are making a mistake when they are broadcasting, is not understanding what the end user is receiving. You need to maybe broadcast to yourself from another account or something before you go live, and look at it and see what you're receiving, and then understand what the other guy feels like when he receives their broadcast. Because a lot of the time what you see on the laptops and everything that you're broadcasting from looks super blinding and amazing, but the guy receiving on the other side is really sad, and it's just only irritating him. So sometimes less is more. You have to be very understated.
To revisit an IG live session that you had, I think, a couple of days ago. It was quite emotional, and it came about where music was being flagged, and how to overcome that hurdle if any other DJ in your shoes wants to do the same. So what exactly went down? Can you tell us?
Well, everybody is just bad-mouthing Facebook and Instagram, saying, abusing them, shouting. And I can understand the frustration that you're going through. We've not earned any money. We've not had gigs. We've not had anything in the future, so unclear. So everybody's going through a lot of frustrations. But my take on that was, don't blame the system. The system exists as it is. Don't blame the system. Copyright laws are not enforced by Facebook and Instagram. It is with the rights holders, the music companies. If Facebook and Instagram let us play music that is with the rights holders, they have to be standing in court and fighting cases on our behalf, and they don't have the time to do it. Why should they do it? They don't have the time to do it. Theirs is a platform, but they have certain norms on the platform that we have to follow. If we don't follow, we're going to get bumped off. So it is our duty to understand what will pass through and what won't pass through. So we need to be working hard to understand that here are the DJs playing, and understand why this song is going and that song is not going, and take that song from his set and incorporate it into my set. So you need to be hearing a lot of other people and a lot of other places and a lot of other DJs, and understand. I was just saying on a chat a few hours ago, sometimes I broadcast from another account and I will see what is getting flagged and what is not getting flagged. And then that means I run that whole 8-hour set to nobody.
Test run,
and then see what is not getting flagged and come back and then play it to my audience so that I give them a great experience which is uninterrupted. So that's the kind of effort that we are putting in the background to make sure that we are broadcasting correctly with the right amount of content that everybody will enjoy and understand. But if nobody wants to put in the hard work behind the scenes and just sit and complain about the system, and we traditionally have been a community that has it very easy. We play other people's music, let's face it. I mean, I don't think I'm supremely talented or anything. Some people will play it better than others. There's no big deal. So, whatever said and done, the least we can do is to do some research, do some background work. You can't just wake up from bed and land on a platform that's going to the whole world and expect not to have problems if you have not worked on it behind the scenes.
Questions that came in from Ananya says, what are the famous places that you absolutely loved playing in Hyderabad?
Hyderabad?
Yeah.
I play in almost all the clubs and I enjoy almost every one of them.
We have another question. How does Ivan manage to stay so young and energetic?
Young? Music is an amazing stimulant.
Okay.
It is my aphrodisiac. It's my everything. I use it to get out of trouble. I use it to get out of pain. I use it to celebrate when I'm happy. I use it for everything. It is my everything.
Richard has a question. What has made you stand out over 2 decades amongst so many other DJs in Bangalore?
I never think about it. I always think I'm not good enough and I'm working like a dog and working harder morning, noon and night to get better at what I do. I don't think I stand out or stand less or anything. It's just a crazy work ethic, and technology motivates me. Every morning I wake up trying to get on top of something new and learn something new and incorporate it there. And with the lockdown and all the high quality sets we are seeing from all across the world, the DJs opening their record bags and their cupboards and everything to show us all the stuff they have and the kind of music they can play. It's been a phenomenal time to learn. And no, I don't think I'm ahead of anybody or anything like that. I just do it because I love it. I was just saying to myself, I haven't earned a single rupee in about 100 days, but I feel rich, and I feel richer than ever before.
I'm going to go into a quick rapid fire of sorts. Okay, I'm going to just put you in the spot. Bedtime stories or soul spectrum?
Bedtime stories. Musically, bedtime stories.
What is that one annoying question you get asked as a DJ?
What are you going to do tomorrow? I got asked that when I started in 1992 and I still get asked that question.
Next question, I'm going to take Bangalore out of the equation so that it's not a biased answer, but which other city do you love in India to go and perform at that you're waiting to go every time?
Oh, after this, everywhere actually. Everywhere.
Ran over here says that he's been listening to you since the 7th grade. So that takes me back to this question. What is your fondest memory from school? Bishop Corin Boys School. Let's give them a shout out.
Boarding school. 4th to 12th. And when we were in boarding school, there were only, there were 950 students in our school. There are 6,000 students now. And out of the 950, 350 were boarders. So we absolutely dominated the school. There were 4 playgrounds, Oh, it was the life was amazing. We just loved it. And my grandmother would come to take me home for holidays. I was like, no, I'm not coming. And said, what kind of kid are you? You don't want to come to your home even in holidays? I'm like, no, I want to be here. I want to play. I want to our school was the best,
To the lockdown, apart from the music gigs that you're doing online, for everyone else out there, because I think it's getting to people's mental health. So how do you spend your day apart from the music work that you do?
Just a 1 hour home workout from my gym in the evening, an online workout, and quickly into the shower and back to Soul Spectrum. The night goes preparing for all my broadcasts, plus the radio show that happens on the weekend. So like I said, it's about literally speaking about at least 14 to 15 hours of music every day. And if you find that something that you could get lost in, whatever it might be, do it, because it's a wonderful way to keep yourself and your mental health and your sanity going in a tough time.
Give us a quick tour of your console if possible.
One sec. This is all I have. This is my treasure. I don't have lots of properties, cars, this, that. I have only this.
Well, Ivan, I want to say thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to, recollect memories of our work together at Indigo, recollect school memories at Bishop College Boys School, to see how you're adapting to the new lifestyle. So before I let you go, is there a message you would like to tell everyone who's listening to this right now?
Don't let the situation get you down. And if you're a DJ or whatever else you might be doing, just work hard and do what you love. And don't let the situation get you down. I know, like you said, I was emotional last week, and I have my times when I am down as well. And then I just reach out to my audiences and play music to them. And that's the biggest healing. After that 8 hours last week or on Sunday, I suddenly found like, man, everything was forgotten. Everything, all the problems were forgotten. And I use that music to heal myself. And I have all these beautiful people around me who are willing to listen to me, go along with me. These fantastic promoters, Boombox, Monkey Business, who support me, bring the people in. The Instagram family also. I just feel really blessed. But thank you, Lester, for having me. And I love your videos on Instagram. And I'm really, really proud as to all the stuff that you've achieved in Muscat. You're a rock star. And I hope I'll see you in person soon.
Very soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Ivan, thank you so much. Stay safe and hope to see you very, very soon. All right?
Take care.